time at dawn, the sun begins to rise. With my shovel in my hand, I'll chase that golden prize. Each step's a treasure found, a story waiting to unfold. In the wild and rugged land, where legends are told. The hills are whispering, calling out my name. With dreams of gleaming nuggets, I'm wild and untamed. There's golden in their hills, oh can't you see? With picks and shovels we'll create our legacy. It's not just the treasure, it's the thrill of the chase. With every trail we wander, we find our rightful place.
Hey, well, welcome everybody. Gold Fever Radio. I'm Jack Tucker. Another Wednesday. It is April the 16th. Sure glad you guys got all your taxes all done. Where's my co-host? My co-host.
That's me.
Oh, that's me.
Wait, let me move.
That's me. I was sleeping.
I wasn't sleeping. I should be sleeping, but I wasn't. I was sitting against the heating pad. See? Heating pad.
The heating pad. Let's see. Paul. Hello, Paul. Steve Wiggins. Mark Nye. Hello. All is going as planned, Mark. Yes, sirree. We should talk about what's planning tonight. We should do some of that. First, I just got to say cheers, everybody. Of course, tonight's refreshment brought to you by Mark.
Mountain Dew.
Let's see. Gillian Barry, Josh Cooper, Billy Z, Janon. That's one of them words that just kind of roll off your tongue. Janon, you know. Janon.
Like Googleable.
Kind of like chimichanga. Janon.
I fixed the echo, Mark. I fixed it.
Let's see. Jay Bolfer. Hello, Jay. So, no echo tonight. All right. So, what's been happening, old lead? Rocky Mountain prospector, Brad Hayden. Hello, Brad. Googleable. Is Janon Googleable? There's old Daryl Lane. I was just going to mention old Daryl Lane when I saw Brad there, that we'll be back out there for the treasure hunting rendezvous again this year. You're welcome, Daryl. Thanks for coming in and picking up your goodies. They came in, got some good deals on clearing house of some stuff, you know, because as one torch passes, I thought I might as well torch pass and before
You're torch passing?
Yeah, passing torches.
What does that mean?
Well, you light a torch and then you pass it. You know,
are you in a race?
Yeah, you know, like
Okay.
I got any torch passes here? You know, like if the torch is lit and then you pass it to somebody else and then they carry it, and then they give it to somebody else and then they carry it.
I see.
So today I physically passed the torch. Cheers.
Today you're an idiot.
Well, thank you very much.
You passed the torch.
Let's see what's going on in current markets here. Current markets, gold prices. Gold is going through the roof. 3,349.60 right this moment.
Wow.
Silver's 32.90. I know. Can you believe that? Yoo-hoo. But hey, if you don't like the markets, keep an eye on them, and it'll change. 3,000. It closes at $3,349. You know what's really strange? So,
besides you?
Yeah. Hopefully the torch isn't gas, because then you'd be passing gas. Very true that is. And hopefully it's not lit to light the gas, because then that definitely wouldn't be doing. How's Mark Keene doing? Last I heard, he was kind of messed up, but he was still alive, so I guess that's a good thing. So, what is new, Lisa? What's new? What's new in your life?
What's new in my life?
Yeah.
Nothing.
See, gold just changed again. $3,348. So it just went down a tad.
I
Nothing.
can tell you that today is
Yeah.
National Radio Day.
Ooh. Who invented the radio?
And it's also National Banana Day.
Oh, banana tastes good. Banana split
But
tastes.
see, that's kind of like with bananas. That's National Banana Day is the third Wednesday in April. So next year it won't be on the 16th.
Oh, look how smart Paul is. Did you Google that or did you know that?
National Eggs Benedict Day.
What was his first name, Paul? Yeah. Oh, that's disgusting. I don't see how people eat that.
National Orchid Day. National Bean Counter Day.
Oh, now that's have you ever went to Walmart and got a big thing of kidney beans and then open them up and then you got to count them? 1, 2, 3.
I go to Walmart every day, but I don't go to the kidney beans area.
You're just so smart. Paul is just so smart.
And it's also wear your pajamas to work day.
I always knew him as Al Marconi, huh?
Al Marconi is somebody you know.
I know, but Antone is Marconi that discovered that invented the radio. Was it the radio? Was it the radio? Or was it the tube that he invented? Or was that Thomas Jefferson?
Edison.
Edison. That's what I meant to say. He invented the toaster, huh? Have you? I picked up this old toaster. Hillbilly Bob Relic Hunter. Look at that. He's in green. Have you ever? Did you ever see that old toaster that I had?
Guglielmo. That was Marconi's first name. Guglielmo Marconi.
Oh. Well, that's why we just call him Al. Haven't you ever heard you can call me Al?
Only by Paul Simon.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But so, have you ever seen the toaster, that antique toaster that I got, where you plug it in and you toast it, and then it's got little levers, and you got to flip the levers around to toast the other side? I still got that. You ought to use that one day to see what old timers, so you feel like you're back in nostalgic day and talk on one of them phones. Hello? Hello? Yeah.
What's in that beer you're drinking?
Craig Elliott. Craig Elliott. Who is the longest channel supporter? Well,
longest this way?
This way.
That's what I said.
I don't know who the longest channel supporter is, but I know who the longest Patreon is. And that happened to be Craig Elliott. And I do believe he found an ounce nugget, and I do believe he's in camp right now. He's lucky. But he says he'd rather be lucky than, I forgot what he said.
Than good looking?
No.
That's how that saying goes.
No, he said he'd rather be lucky than something, but I forgot. But it wasn't that. 33, 48, 40.
You know whose birthday today it is?
It's not mine. Al Marconi's.
John Cryer.
Oh, I bet you he's sad.
Don't you know who John Cryer is?
Yeah, he cries a lot.
No. Don't you know he's one of your favoriteest people?
Well, I don't know if he's one of my favorite people, but he's one that helped produce one of my favorite things. Right?
No.
Oh, okay. Give me a hint. Give me a bigger hint.
Well, his friend is sitting in the room with you.
Oh, you're Al, or what's his name? Alan, that's his name? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was his real name.
Uh-huh.
Bingo. A14.
There's no A in bingo.
Craig is playing bingo. He just got bingo.
I know that, but you just yelled out a bingo number and there's no A in bingo. There you go, Janon.
2.5 Men. You know, that's probably one of my favorite shows, 2.5 Men. I watch if I'm flipping channels and I see what that show's on, I'll watch it. I could have watched some of them 20 times, 30, 40 times, and they can still be funny. I find that show, sometimes they're annoying and you just want to get up and kick Alan in the head, or what's her name? You know,
Chelsea?
Berta or the kid, you just want to kick them in the head, but that's just a funny show.
Yes, he was Ducky and Pretty in Pink.
I never did see that, Pretty in Pink. Jack Spratt, Dennis Hedrick, hello. Cheers.
And he also dressed up as Ducky when they went to a Halloween party on 2.5 Men.
So, Gunsmoke, Blazing Saddles. Who killed Al Marconi?
Al Marconi, nobody killed him.
I think he's dead.
No.
Huh? Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think Al Marconi died a few years ago.
No, his wife died.
Oh.
Hi, Dennis. No.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
So Daryl Lane, maybe you're going to have to be the guest next week, buddy. I told Daryl Daryl's writing a book. He's already wrote a book. You know, Daryl's kind of famous, you know. He's one of these people that's been all over the mountains but anyway, so yeah. He's got a book he's producing right now. So we just got to know where the gold dropped again, 33.46.50. If you follow the gold market constantly, you'll pick up a trend of which direction it's going. And it's buy, sell. Locksmith, can't believe we're getting on this subject. We need to get on the gold subject, don't you think? Absolutely. Let's get on the gold subject. Okay. That's what I was just talking about, the price of gold. Maybe you could contact Alan Trees to be a guest, as he just put out a new pan called the Gold Trapper. It was basically the same pan. He just added, I think, a riffle, but he did the same pan. But all I've seen is pictures of it. It looks like when he's using the pan, it's these old pan, but the pictures that he's showing is a different pan. So I'm confused of what Alan's doing lately. I think Alan is starting to lose his marbles a little bit, starting to get a little old. But Alan's been on the show before, but there's a Christmas bells going off there.
It's my phone.
We love you, and we love you for your gold, amazing gold skills. Well, aren't you just special? Locksmith.
Sometimes you need a locksmith.
Do you need to take the phone call?
No.
It might be the president or something like that calling you.
No.
Maybe Publishers Clearinghouse to
Did I want something?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
Yep, have a new pan from Alan Tree. You have it? Anyway, so people been up on the hill metal detecting. They found some gold. Some guys up there dry washing. I think they found some gold. Some people metal detecting. Some people dry washing. I did some film. I will probably have that out. Maybe it'll be out Saturday. Maybe if I get that edited in time, of people out there metal detecting, it'll show you somebody's nugget. Somebody's good nugget they found. Maybe he should be the guest on the show and tell us how he gets all his gold. How he's so lucky. Yes. So, How to Be Lucky. Hey, that's pretty good. How to Be Lucky. That sounds like the title to a book. How to Be Lucky. You know what I was thinking last night? I was thinking last night I ought to write a book. It needs to be called Bite Me. And I figured it could just be about a lot of bite me stuff. And if Bite Me 1 does really good, I could write another book called Bite Me 2. Bite Me 2 could have a lot more colored pictures in it, unlike Bite Me 1. Anyways. Steve Wiggins, is there anyone out there that thinks the stone maps are true? Well, there's a good question.
What are the stone maps?
That was Cheech and Chong. They had maps when they were traveling across the United States. The dogs are barking again.
Maybe you get company.
You know who Cheech and Chong is?
Me? Yeah.
Okay, do you get it? Stone maps?
I was asking a serious question, Lagoon.
Persist stones.
Persist stones? Well, I don't know what that means.
Well, persist, sit. Oh, yeah, the Peralta stones. Those stone maps are probably true. It's hard to really think that throughout all the years that people, Dave's not home, Pete Dove. Who? Dave who? Dave, Dave. Oh yeah, Dave who? Knock, who's there? Dave who? No, Dave's not here. That's Cheech and Chong too. You had to really
Thank
be
you,
you had
Cheech
to
and Chong.
Master Cheese, Santa Claus, he's the guy with the bony knees. Nah. You had to be a real Cheech and Chong fan.
Okay. Move
Anyway,
along.
Okay, so moving right along. So you got to think the Peralta stones and these stone maps, all that. You see petroglyphs written all over the stones, graffiti, all that type of stuff. They were all over, But yet, these Peralta stones were more whatever carved into stone, kind of like the Ten Commandments were, But you don't see them all over the place. So it's just like it was just one thing. That's what I think is kind of strange about it. It's just one thing. Stone maps are fake, proven fake by Wayne Tuttle. Ooh, baby.
Now Wayne Tuttle could be a guest.
This is Gold Fever, Steve Wiggins. It's Gold Fever. But here, Gold Fever, we talk about a lot of stuff. Frank Fish saw the stone maps in 1958. Now, Darrell Lane, he's a smart cookie. He knows that type of stuff. Robert Porch, I found the old pit mine. See, we talk about treasure hunting. We talk about metal detecting. We talk about gold. We talk about coal. We talk about anything you want to talk about here on this show. This show is for you. You got a topic, you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it. If we don't know what to talk about, we'll make something else up. Lisa will anyway. Hey, so what else is going on? What else did you prepare?
Well, let me see. Besides John Cryer's birthday, it's Bill Belichick's birthday.
Oh, he was the coach for New Zealand.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's birthday.
He was a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
He was 47 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember what his name was before he became a Muslim and changed it?
Abdul-Jabbar.
No, what his name was before Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Al Marconi. I give up.
Lou Alcindor.
What?
Lou Alcindor.
Oh, Lou Alcindor. I would never guess that in a million years.
All right. Charlie Chaplin's birthday today. And
girl, change topics.
And Wilbur Wright from the Wright brothers.
Alcindor. Yeah. Paul says, "How's the place going, Jack?" Well, so here's the news of this place. You want the news of this place? Should we give everybody the news of this place, Lisa?
There's news about this place?
The news of this place is for you guys that's been following us on this journey here in this Gold Fever Adventures, which has been a trial and tribulation and a great
Labor
asset,
of love.
a labor of love, a great asset, a pain in the ass, and many years of blissfulness, of shitfulness, and
Blissful.
heartaches, headaches, wonderfulnesses. Anyway, it was time to finally pass the torch. That's what I said. We passed the torch. Dan Hammond, hello, welcome. Great journey. So we have finally passed the torch, meaning that the campground that we live in, Gold Fever Adventures Campground, which started as well, it was just nothing here, but it was an old Christian camp that we bought and converted it to an RV park. Don't change your location, Jeff. No. So then we built it all up to where it is now, and now it was time to move on. So we sold the park. So the park has been sold. We closed on it yesterday. We closed on the park.
Monday.
The day before?
Monday.
Well, okay. So we closed anyway. This week we closed on the park. So somebody else now owns the park. The new owners don't want to change anything. They want everything to remain the same. I've still got to be a part of it to run everything and do everything. So I'm still going to be here. I just don't have to be here responsible for this place anymore. And I am more free to travel and go do what I want to do. And that's go exploring. That's go, maybe out camping and detecting and different things like that. Adventures await. So I have new adventures in my horizons. You have to pack that room up. Yes, I
Yes,
do.
he does.
I've already started packing up a storm. I've already
Doesn't
got.
it look cleaner to you, Janon?
I've started putting things away. See, the fridge is gone. All of that stuff over there is gone. I've got tubs stacked up right here of stuff. There's boxes stacked up all over there. So, anyways, I used to be responsible. Now I'm not. Are the new owners anonymous? They're pretty well anonymous because
That's
they
anonymous.
they don't know anything about gold, but they don't want anything to change. They want everything to be the same and all of that. So anyway, like I said, I'll still be here to help them out and do all of that. So we bought a house in Kingman, Arizona, and we're supposed to close on that house tomorrow. And I've already got a truck and a trailer full of stuff, and I'm starting to move a lot of my stuff up to Kingman. So probably within the next couple of weeks, start to broadcast from a new location. And I promise, Janon, when I redecorate, I will do it in a lot more nicer way, where there won't be so much stuff around.
No kidding.
So, Paul, actually, we're going to be right there. It's in Kingman. It's closer to it's off Route 66, and it's closer to probably what they call Valley Vista area, but it's right there. It's Kingman address, but it's still right there. Kingman, I've heard Kingman's got some good turquoise up there. And there's some gold in Kingman, and so I've already kind of talked to people that'll show me where some gold is up there. It's your man cave, decorate how you like. All right. But I just figured I will organize it a little more nicer. Maybe have one wall full of guitars, maybe have, because right now this whole desk you don't see is all video editing stuff. I got like 2 computers, the printer, the TVs, the laminating. And then over here I've got the other printer and the t-shirt makers and the hat makers, and so I got to find a room for all of this stuff. But so I will try to be more organized and not have so much clutter. No dolls. Uh, I won't put the dolls in here, Janon, or in there. I will put them in the spare bedroom. That'd be really cool. You put them in the spare bedroom on the bed and then have them tucked
I
in
got
the
my
bed.
own dolls.
Huh?
I got my own dolls.
I've got dolls up on the roof. I mean, up on the. You can't see them dolls, can you?
Okay. No,
Can you see
wait.
the dolls?
Let me see if
See?
I can turn this. I'm
Let me
going
see
to
if I
show
can
you my dolls.
see.
Hang
See.
on.
Let me see. I'm going to move this camera if I can move this camera. See them dolls right there up there?
Uh-huh.
Those are older, like.
Those are my dolls.
Well, I put them up there because they're like Victorian stuff like that.
Yeah,
Lisa,
hold
you
on.
are a doll.
Hold
Aw.
on. Okay. Look. Can you see? Wait, hang on. Hang on. There they are.
Oh, all your gnomes.
Oh, my gnomes.
Oh my gosh. Where are you going to put all them at?
I don't know.
Don't forget you got my number if you need help unloading up here. Steve, you know I'm going to need help, buddy. I know you gave me your number. I better just see just if I did get if that's locked in there. Steve. Steve. It doesn't come up. It doesn't come up. You may have to send me a message there, Steve. The phone number on your card, will it change during? No, so it will not. The phone number on the card will always be the same because the phone number on the card is my cell phone. So that does ring directly to me. So that will not change. That will be the same. Call it the Gold Move Memorabilia. Mountains of Gnomes. So everything's going to be the same. Like I said, I needed more time to be able to just go out and enjoy stuff, to be able to go metal detecting, to be able to go out, like people say, why don't you come up for the weekend, Jack, and let's go dig some gold? I would like to, but I just can't get away. So it just gives me a lot more opportunity to do the things that I want to do in life. That's all. Steve Blevins, hello, welcome. So that's really the only thing to change. Other than that, the thing with the camp won't change. I just find it very cool that when something goes wrong, hey, I'm not responsible anymore. So that's it. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a pain in the ass for the move because we know moving is not fun. It's a lot of work. But once you get in and settled in, it's going to be nice. So, and then you get a new place and you get to decorate it how you want and, stuff like that. And I do have a shed out back of this place that I call my gold room. And that'll be the place where I will call that my new happy place, where I can have my panning tubs and some equipment. And, I can go out there, and when I get kicked out of the house, Lisa kicks me out of the house, I can just go out there in the gold room and do what I need to do out there until she cools off. So
Are we putting a cot out there too for you?
No, but I will have my freezer out there and fridge though. So I will have some
Are you going to
drinks.
sleep in there?
Well, if you kick me out, don't let me back in. Because, my second home may become my first. Where am I going to live when I get home?
Different songs.
My old lady throwed out everything I own.
That's 2 different songs.
She meant what she said.
No, the claims did not go with the camp. Paul asked that question.
Oh, yeah, no.
No.
So I got the thing that says, oh, okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you did, Steve. The last thing I got on there was the pictures. The pictures it looks like were those elk? And then that was it. That's all I got on the texts. There's no number there though, so you got to send me your number, and then I'll have to put it in the phone. Uh, I just moved, Jack. Lots of work. Yes, Dennis, it is lots of work. Pain, pain in the ass. Dubs, are you talking to me? Oh, uh, just say you are entertaining your entertainment phase in life. Yeah. Fridge with beer and an ice maker. That's all you need. Cheers, everybody. So, anyways, um, did I really didn't know we didn't know where we were going to be at this week. If I was going to be up in Kingman, if we closed it early on this and could get up there. So I was afraid to schedule any guests this week just because, well, if I was up there and didn't have internet service or whatever, things would go south. So got to wait. So probably next week, I'm probably still going to be here. And so it will be safe to probably get a guest until we're up there, and then everything will move there. The internet and all that will just be moved up there. Are you kidding? You're going to really leave Arizona, so area, to go to Kingman? Oh no, I'm still going to be in Arizona. Kingman is in Arizona.
No, he's at the Salome area.
Huh? Oh, leave the Salome area. Oh, Arizona Salome area to go. Okay, gotcha. I've always kind of liked Kingman, and there's a reason why. I'm gonna tell you the reason I've always kind of liked
Well,
Kingman.
wait. He's before you answer that, he says he wanted to come out to visit you.
You can still come out to visit me. For the next couple of weeks. I'll be here back and forth, so I'll go up there, spend a day unloading, then I'll be back down here. So I'm going to be going back and forth. I wanted to come visit you, Jack. Are you kidding me? I just got a 140S from a Model Mining, and I'm ready to roll towards you. And you're leaving Arizona and the lower portion with all the gold. Oh no, you can come on out. I'll be back here Friday. So hopefully the plans are that I can go up there tomorrow, load some stuff up, and then I'll be back on Friday. And then I'll probably be here Saturday, and either I'll go back up there Sunday or Monday. So I'll just go back and forth for the next couple of weeks till I get all this stuff out there. And then I can pretty well do more of a permanent stay up there. Uh-oh. Now you're echoing. You're echoing now, Lee.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what you did, but you're
I
echoing.
didn't do anything. I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything.
I heard like your phone came on, like a ding,
My phone dinged.
and then, okay, it's gone now. Kingman will,
Unknown caller.
oh, that's the guy from New York. He doesn't realize I got a show. Kingman will be celebrating Route 66 100th anniversary. It's going to be awesome. Peace stuff. Cool. There's a lot of people that I'm surprised that live in Kingman. No echo, Janon. Okay, cool. But so Kingman, what I was saying is, because we like to go to Vegas once in a while, and my parents being in the Salt Lake area, and I've always had to kind of travel up through there. I like to go to Meadview area, which is right in there. And then, we travel back to like Lake Havasu and back to here. So Kingman is right there off the highway, and it's just centrally located. It's a little bit cooler up there in Kingman, like about 8-10 degrees cooler. It does snow up there, I hear. So I hear it doesn't last, but it has snowed. It does snow. So I don't know if I'm going to like that, because I don't
I
like
have
to be
snow
cold.
boots.
But so I just thought that that's the perfect place to live. Kingman has everything you need. I mean, as far as Walmarts and hospitals and everything in there. So what?
As
It's
far
got a,
as Walmart and hospitals, what else
well,
do you
there's,
need?
well, that's the important stuff.
What else do you
There's
need?
there's not a prospecting. Well, there is. Yeah, Rob's starting a prospecting place up there. I think he's running it out of his house. He wanted to be a guest one day too, and kind of introduce his stuff up there. But And then it's close to Oatman. I'd like to go over to Oatman and visit all the donkeys. Hello, little donkeys. Go over there to Oatman, and you got uh, what a chloride, and anywhere all those old towns over into there. So I'm just looking forward to getting out and adventuring and exploring more and being more free. That's my thing. I like your hat. Lots of comments, and I've only had it for about 5 hours. All right, Daryl, that is a nice hat. I'm glad you got that hat. We are just off Oatman, Route 66 in Kingman. All right. So, see, there's more people that live up there. So, I was just surprised at the amount of people that are really from the Kingman area up there. But so we're looking forward to that. So that's going to be a change in our lives. So we do have a place, and hopefully we will broadcast one day from the new location. But until then, uh, metal detectors. So I am still a Mr. Mind Lab here. This camp, they'll probably sell a lot of stuff out of the store. If somebody still wants to order something, I can still get it for them and order it and have it delivered here at the campground, or have it shipped up there into the Kingman area. And Mind Lab, then I'm still going to keep the Mind Lab dealership. They don't get that. Somebody mentioned the claims. They don't get the claims. The camp gets usage of the claim. So, they can go up, people in the camp can go up there to utilize the claims. And as long as, your club member, stuff like that. When are you returning to Elk City? Only 5 hours from me. Elk City. I remember, do you remember one time, Lise, we had some patented land in Elk City. Do you remember that?
No.
That I bought that land. I think I bought it on eBay one time, and I went out there and I visited once, and it was really hard to get up to.
Is that when we went to Allen?
No, that would have been even before that.
Oh, then I don't remember that.
I don't think he was with me, but bought that for a song and a dance, and then let that go. Then Route 66 starts in Chicago and ends in San Diego. I have not seen Tommy on the claims. Is he still around? Tommy is still around. He basically kind of gave up digging. He's in an RV park, and he started doing maintenance for them in the RV park, and he just kind of went in a total different direction in life. Do you know that I one time pitched this TV show idea to these producers? Do you remember this, Lisa? And what this show was called Route 66. And what this show was about was starting on the beginning of Route 66, and you would have a bus full of contestants, whether there be 30 people on the bus. And you had special stops that you would stop. Nobody knew where the bus was going to stop at along Route 66, maybe some famous diner or something. So you would stop there, and this famous place, you do whatever you do, and then there would maybe a quiz or something given. So you had to really study and know your Route 66. So depending on what you could answer any questions about the famous stop, and also if you were one of them that were a pain in the ass on the bus and pissed people off, people could get rid of you, and they would kick you off the bus. And the bus driver would say, "Joe, you're out of here," and be kicked from Route 66. Anyway,
hop on the bus, Gus.
Huh?
Said hop on the bus, Gus.
Hop on the bus, Gus. Yeah. So, anyways.
What are you doing?
Oh, that guy just told me he's running comms. I traveled from VA to WV on Route 66. Steve Peasley, hello all. So, anyways, that was the thing that we pitched to the TV producers one time, and we pitched another show. It was called 10 Miners Down on Their Luck, and there was supposed to be 10 people out fighting to try to have gold, and you be out there digging for gold all day long or all week long, and at the end of the week, you would do a gold weigh-in. So you're going to use pans and dry washers, whatever little dinky tools you had, and then at the end of the week you do a weigh-in, and whoever got the least amount of gold, and then again, depending upon your attitude, and well, he didn't help cook all this week, he was a pain in the ass, he sniveled, he slept off, you would be voted off the gold thing. The last person standing got all the gold. So that was another one, and actually they tried to do that. That was one that was
Yeah,
pitched.
that one was on a reel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad I don't have that reel. You know,
You
that would be
don't?
uh, that they called that a sizzle. That would be
You don't
funny.
have that?
Oh, I'm sure I might have it someplace, but that would be funny to have. But
Deanna.
yeah, oops. I was trying to go in right now to go into see if I could find that someplace. Yeah, so there was, I don't know, 10 of us on there. That was a long time ago too. I've got that someplace. I'll have to try to find out where that's at.
Yeah.
And yeah, so anyways, down the road though. Uh, so yeah, there was a thing anyways, and they tried to get that on the to get picked up, and it never got picked up. You Dave Newman also used to be a TV show called Route 66. I never knew that.
Extravaganza is still going to go on right here in the campground.
What are you? Yeah, so the thing about the extravaganzas, oh, hello, Herb, welcome. So the extravaganzas are going to be the same. We're going to do them a little differently, though, this year, though. You know, when we used to be up in Stanton, for some of you guys remember when we were up there and doing those New Year's events, we did them a lot differently, where we played more games and we did more like contests and where so we do like a metal detecting hunt and we had prize boxes. We'd hide a nugget out in camp and give clues every day of where this would was at, and people would try to find it. So we're going to bring back a lot of those type of things, for the extravaganza, to just make it a lot more funner. So that's the plans for the extravaganza. Lower the price down, and then just more do the like it's kind of like a fundraiser too, type thing. So if you want to participate in different, games or different type of things, buy mystery boxes, chance to win gold and different things like that. That's the plans. Jim Hinckley of Kingman is the Route 66 author historian. His statue is on 66 in front of the train station. Ooh, you got to be careful if they take you to the train station. Did you know that Pamela Anderson has something to do with Kingman? Did you know that?
I did not.
You did not? Maybe
I
you
did
should
not.
Google that and see what Pam Anderson has to do with Kingman. Pam Anderson was arrested one time in Kingman. I'm not
No, she's
really sure
married
what she
to
was
me.
arrested for. She may have been arrested for maybe something to do with indecency or maybe having too big of boobs or something. But I think
I
she
don't
was
think you
arrested.
could get arrested for having too big of boobs.
Well, whatever she was arrested for, and then her punishment was just to show her boobs. I don't remember what. Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
no, look at
okay.
that. Indecent exposure. So
Was she
Nathan
married
Wood,
to
hello.
Tommy Lee at the time?
Oh, I don't know. So, but anyway, so she was, and then her punishment was, it was like nothing, major. She had to just do something. But yeah, so she was arrested in Kingman, Arizona. I think they were filming some film back then or something. And did you also know that a UFO crashed in Kingman?
No, I didn't know that either.
If you go on the internet or go to YouTube, and one of my old videos, I filmed the UFO crash in Kingman. And that's something else I want to do more of. I'm going to go back to that site and do further investigation of that too, because that was interesting too.
So what does Andy Devine have to do with Kingman?
Andy Devine was some person.
I know who he was.
Who was he?
Andy Devine was a cowboy who was on. He was on with. Oh crap! Was it Gene Autry? I think
Well,
so.
You got Andy Devine Boulevard.
Yeah, I know that, but why is he important in Kingman? Did he come from Kingman?
I don't know. Why do you got Cowbell Avenue in Kingman? The UFO was from Uranus. Born here, I think. Born here, I think.
Oh, is that what it is? Well, Steve should know. He lives there.
That's right. These Kingman people that live there, they got a wealth of knowledge, and we're going to learn all of the wealth of knowledge, the history of Kingman. We may be broadcasting a live show from Oatman, Arizona. Welcome, everybody, to Oatman, Arizona. This week, you never know.
It's 1953.
1953, Mike B said. Maybe that was Andy Devane. No. The UFO crashed there in May. Oh, maybe it was it 53? No. I forget when the UFO crashed there. That's when they did the atomic bomb blast or whatever in Las Vegas or in Nevada someplace. And supposedly the blast set off something that really screwed up a lot of things. And apparently there was a few UFOs that crashed within that whole entire area. Supposedly maybe there was 2 UFOs that crashed in the Kingman area. But so anyways, okay, Mike B. Kingman is one of the world's largest suppliers of turquoise. Oh, cool. Glad to hit that. Glad to know that. I have heard Kingman does have some good turquoise in it. So I'm looking forward to, anyway, being up there and exploring. So that's why. But anyway, so we wasn't really planning on a long show, but we just wanted to have a show just to say thank you to all you guys and let you guys all know of the journey and the path that we're on and where we're going in life. We're all, like they say, we ain't here for a long time, but we're here for a
Peggy?
good time. Huh?
Sound like Peggy.
Ain't that the truth? We ain't here for a long time, but we're here for
I want to be here for a long time.
How was the Antares road to meet you? Actually, Steve, I flew down that road doing about 65 miles an hour. I mean, it traveled. I had no problem at all. It was a lot longer than I thought it was. But then when I went the other direction last time up there, and starting from when I got off the freeway right there, I marked that. That to me, to go all the way down Stockton Hill and then Pierce Ferry till you tied back in to Antares, seemed to me to be a lot longer than just taking straight off down Antares. May have been like 45 minutes the one way or 50 minutes one way, and yet only maybe 25 minutes the other way. So I think where I'm at, zooming down Antares was a lot nicer. But the thing of it is, when you go down there, Steve, there's a mountain range, and it shows a whole bunch of mines down around there. And I'm interested to know what all the mines are, if they're, staked. It seems like they're just off of the property boundaries. But I'd like to know more about all them mines and what kind of mines they were. And that. So we have a lot to explore and a lot to do. So a new journey. That's why some of you guys that's been seeing on Facebook where I say, when one door closes, another door opens. So there's been some closed doors in our lives. Jack the Philosopher. You know, I used to think of myself. I never thought of myself as a philosopher, but somebody told me that years ago that I had to be a philosopher, and I said why, and they said because I read all these books that on philosophy, like like Aristotle and who's all these people. Oh, I can't even think of who they were, but I used to read them books once upon a time. Me that don't read, uh, Edgar Casey. Uh, Anyways, I used to read all these philosophy books, and the definition of a philosopher is somebody that asks a lot of questions. So anyway, okay,
I'm still
Lindbergh.
trying to believe you read a book. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty then.
Look up Murray, Idaho bedroom gold mine. Then it says, get some evidence that Elon Musk was there. Lindbergh and Earnhardt dedicated Arizona's first commercial airport on Route 66 in Kingman. All right. So, anyways, so that's all we got to report, guys. So, anybody got anything they want to know? Ask. You got anything you want to say, Lise?
Nope.
No.
No.
Anybody got any questions? Last minute questions? Anybody want to know anything? Huh? That was a good one, Lisa.
See, everybody knows you.
Everybody knows me?
Yeah.
Well, see, I can't read because it's just like why I can't sleep.
Oh.
As I'm trying to read, it's like gold can be found on the next draw. As I'm reading this in my head, I'm thinking, wow, is that the mountain range that's going this way or that way? And then I got to stop. Oh, wait, what did I just read? And I got to read it again. I can't concentrate what I'm reading. I mean, you know what? I used to take a can of orange juice and stare at it all morning long. And finally, my parents would ask me what the hell I'm doing. And I say, I'm concentrating. And they'd say, why? I say, because the orange juice says concentrate. That went right over your head, didn't it?
Oh, my God. Yeah. Jack, read some Playboy. Exactly.
Richard Green. Okay. Any restaurants left in Meadview? Yeah, you got the boathouse up there in Meadview. That's a pretty good restaurant that a lot of people like to go up to, the boathouse. Anyways, guys, so we want to thank you guys hanging with us and all of that. Let me find my end song. This is my song. This was written by Jack and his AI band. So,
his A1 band?
My A1 band. So anyways, we want to thank you guys. There's a lot of adventures in our future, so stay tuned. You guys have been a part of them, a lot of you guys. We appreciate you guys hanging with us. So you guys all be safe out there until our paths cross again. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. See you.
Good night.
Jack's got a shovel and a dream in his hands, staking claims neath the hot desert sand, chasing the glimmer of gold in the sun. Every hill climbed, it's a battle, but he's won. With friends beside him, he's never alone. Through valleys and mountains, they've made it their home. Treasure comes in the memories we make, in the laughter and stories our friendships create. Gold might be pretty, but it's nothing compared to the joy in the journey, the love that we share. They ride the ATV through the wide open plains, laughing and shouting, forgetting the pains. The wind on their faces, a taste of pure freedom, in the heart of Arizona. they know they'll beat 'em. Life's a wild ride, they shout out so bold. Jack says you never slow down, you never grow. Treasure comes in the memories we make, in the laughter and stories our friendships create. Gold might be pretty, but it's nothing compared to the joy in the journey, the love that we share. Life's a hell ride, they shout out so bold. Jack says you never slow down, you never grow. Treasure comes in the memories we make, in the laughter and stories our friendships create. Gold might be pretty, but it's nothing compared to the joy in the journey, the love that we share. So here's to the gold in the lives that we hold. Jack's got his friends, and that's worth more than gold.